You'll be attending Cheryl's wedding, right? Make sure to wear makeup and buy a nice dress. Otherwise, you'll stand out among the other beautifully dressed guests. You should try to enhance your appearance. Please, don't bring embarrassment to our family.
Yes, I do plan on going to Cheryl's wedding. Do you have a problem with my usual makeup?
I'm a bit surprised. Most people look nice when they wear makeup, but the makeup doesn't seem to be helping you much. Why are you so confident about your looks? If I had your face, I would put more effort into looking prettier.
I can't change how I look, and your words are hurtful as always. I am attending Cheryl's wedding, so what's the issue here?
I'm concerned you might embarrass us at the wedding, that's all. Remember, you married Sean, but that doesn't mean we get along. Since you're not related, you don't have to tell people we're family at Cheryl's wedding. Shouldn't you try to get along with me better?
I've tried, but you don't seem to want to let me in or accept me for who I am.
Just promise me you won't do anything to embarrass me or Cheryl at the wedding. I'll avoid you so people don't know we're related. You should do the same.
Fine, but I think you're being rude. You only care about your own feelings. I don't know how Sean's put up with you all this time.
Shut up. If you make any more rude comments, I'll tell Sean to divorce you.
I doubt Sean would agree to that. He's an adult who won't take advice on his marriage from you. Plus, he's happy being married to me. If he were the type to let his mother make his life decisions, I wouldn't want to be with him.
Well, if you embarrass us, I'll suggest to Sean that he divorces you. I'm sure if I explain the reasons, he'd choose me over you. To be honest, we all want you to get divorced, LOL.
All right. You've told me this many times. You have nothing to worry about. I won't do anything to embarrass you at Cheryl's wedding. I assure you of that.
Even if I do nothing, just your presence alone is an embarrassment to this family.
There's nothing I can do about that then. I'm busy, so I'm leaving now. One day before Cheryl's wedding.
Will you be able to pick me up tomorrow?
Why would you need me to do that? Isn't it your wedding day?
It is, but I'm out drinking with friends now, and I don't think I'll be able to wake up early and take myself to the venue. You're coming to the wedding anyway, so it won't be a problem for you, right?
I am, but I need time in the morning to get ready for your reception. I also have an appointment at the hairdresser to get my hair done.
Nobody is going to care about how you look. Don't you think it's more important for the bride to arrive at the venue on time?
You're rude just like your mother. Can't you ask your parents or your fiancé instead?
They aren't able to pick me up, which is why I'm asking you to do it. Besides, I don't want my family to know that I'm out drinking the night before my wedding. I'm the bride. You need to listen to me. It's my big day.
Okay, fine, if you insist. Where should I meet you tomorrow morning then?
Come pick me up at my parents' place. I'm supposed to spend the night there tonight.
Well, if you're staying with your parents, can't you head to the wedding venue with them then?
Actually, my parents are staying at a hotel tonight, close to the wedding venue.
Then why don't you stay at the hotel with them? Wouldn't that be more practical?
Everyone thinks that I'll be staying at the hotel too, but I've planned reasons for not going there. So can you take me to the hotel tomorrow morning instead of directly to the wedding venue?
I don't understand the situation. Cheryl, what's going on?
Tonight is my bachelorette party, and I want to party hard before getting married. And I don't want my parents to get in the way of that. You understand that, right?
I think I see what you're doing here. You're making everyone stay in a hotel so you can do whatever you want on your last night being single. And you're going to pretend that you stayed at a hotel and went to the wedding with the rest of your family, right?
That's right.
You have your own car. Why can't you drive to the hotel yourself?
I told my parents that I'd go to the hotel by train. They'd get suspicious if I took the car.
I see. Then why don't you take a taxi?
A taxi is going to be expensive. It'll be much cheaper if you come and pick me up. Thanks and see you tomorrow.
Wow, you're giving me no choice then.
Yes, please come pick me up at 7 a.m. because I'm supposed to have breakfast with my family at 8 at the hotel.
That's pretty early, but fine. I'm only doing you this one favor because it's your wedding day. I'm never going to do something like this for you ever again. The day of the wedding.
Where are you? I heard that you were in a car accident.
Yes, that's right. I'm in the hospital right now.
So it's true then? You got into an accident?
I didn't. I'm injured pretty badly.
How can you do this to us?
What do you mean? Are you saying that I purposely got myself into an accident?
You're still going to make it to the wedding, though, right?
What?
It's Cheryl's wedding today. You can't not be there. What would people think?
The accident wasn't my fault. Another car crashed into me and just ran from the scene. I'm in a lot of pain right now. There's no way that I'll be able to attend the wedding in my condition.
You can't cancel on us at the last minute. We need you at the wedding.
But you told me before that you didn't want to see my ugly face at the wedding. I don't think that anyone will miss seeing me today.
You just want to embarrass our entire family. You're so selfish. If you're not coming to this wedding, I won't consider you a part of the family anymore.
You're not really making any sense to me right now, but whatever. Are you going to force me to go to the wedding with my injuries? I can't even walk without crutches right now.
Well, you could still limp.
You're unbelievable. I would say this is abuse.
If you don't want Sean to divorce you, I suggest you come to this wedding.
Why do I have to be punished with divorce just because I can't make it to one wedding?
It's important for our family. Cheryl is getting married, and as my son's wife, you should be there.
How can you threaten someone who's just been in a car accident? Don't you have any compassion? You're a terrible person. I have broken bones and I'm not well.
So what? Who cares about a few broken bones? Today is Cheryl's big day. I'm not going to let you miss that. I don't want to hear any excuses from you. You need to come to the wedding.
Fine. I'll come to the wedding since it seems that I have no choice in the matter.
I'm going to punch you in the face if you're late.
I see, I understand.
The wedding starts in an hour. Hurry up.
I'm on my way, but I'm not responsible for what happens next. A few hours later.
What is your problem? I'm furious. How dare you?
How is this my fault? I went to the wedding like you asked me to. What is the problem? You said that if I didn't come to the wedding, you'd make Sean divorce me.
I didn't think that you'd actually come to the wedding limping and all bloody. The other wedding guests were in shock.
Yeah, I saw that. When they found out that Cheryl was the one who crashed into my car and ran away from the scene, I'm sure they couldn't stop talking about it. Are you shocked too?
Of course I am. And you didn't have to tell everyone what Cheryl did. How could you do this to us?
Everyone was asking me about what happened to me, so I just told everyone the truth. I didn't do anything wrong. It would have been wrong of me to lie. Cheryl's the one who committed the crime here. She should be arrested. How can you try to blame this on me?
I had no idea that Cheryl did that to you. That's why I wanted you to come to the wedding. Had I known, I would have never asked you to come.
Well, it was Cheryl's responsibility to tell you what happened, and as her mother, you're responsible too. Cheryl was the one who asked me to pick her up by car at your house this morning. I parked my car in front of your house and was waiting when Cheryl crashed into my car. I don't know whose car it was, but Cheryl was speeding. She was driving under the influence and broke my bones. I should have never married into this family. You give me nothing but bad luck.
I know that you're making this all up. Cheryl will stay at the hotel with us tonight. She couldn't have been out drinking.
How can you be so sure that she stayed at the hotel? You didn't see her until breakfast this morning, and Cheryl's fiancé told me that he hadn't seen her last night at the hotel. I went to your house to pick up Cheryl because she asked me to. She basically gave me no choice. I can show you her text messages if you don't believe me. She told me that since it was her last night being single, she wanted to party with her friends. She drank too much and stayed out until the morning, which is why she rushed home in her car.
So it really was Cheryl that hit you then? She caused a hit and run? But did you have to air our dirty laundry to all our wedding guests? Was that really necessary?
You forced me to come to the wedding. People were going to ask me questions. I had no choice. I didn't want to attend the wedding. I should have stayed at the hospital to rest and recover. I went because you wanted me to. Why aren't you more grateful?
Why do I have to be grateful? As Sean's wife, you're obligated to attend big family events. We had to cancel the wedding midway because of all the chaos that you caused. I'm angry, if anything. You ruined Cheryl's wedding.
It was the groom who asked to cancel the wedding. It had nothing to do with me. The person you should be blaming is your daughter Cheryl. I'm the victim here. I think that you and Cheryl owe me an apology at the very least.
I'm never going to forgive you for any of this. I want you to divorce Sean. I never considered you family, and we're officially breaking up with you.
I don't care because I feel the same. I agree that it's best for me to break up with your family.
What the hell?
Sean is in complete agreement with me. We're cutting all ties with you.
What are you saying? I'm talking about you divorcing Sean.
At first, Sean didn't know what was going on. But when I explained everything to him, he was livid with the way that you and the rest of the family have been treating me. He's the only responsible one in your family. What Cheryl did to me is a crime. Instead of worrying about the fact that your daughter is now a criminal, you're trying to blame the whole thing on me. Sean and I are making the right choice and cutting all ties with you.
But Sean is my son. You can't let him make the mistake of cutting ties with his own family. You're being selfish.
I think that you and Cheryl are the selfish ones here. The police are on their way now, and they're going to arrest Cheryl. And her fiancé was wise for canceling the wedding. I'm sure that he's not going to marry Cheryl after this.
Who's going to pay the cancellation fee? The groom has already returned all the wedding gifts and congratulatory gifts and money.
It's not the groom's fault. No one wants to marry a criminal. I think it makes sense for your family to pay the cancellation fees. It was lucky for him that he and Cheryl weren't legally married yet.
How can you say that? Don't you feel sorry for Cheryl? You're part of this family.
I've never considered you family, and after what Cheryl did to me, I'm cutting you out of my life. I mean, you're the one who told me that I didn't belong in this family in the first place. You wanted to kick me out from the day that Sean and I got married. So can you stop saying that we're family only when it serves you a purpose? I've had enough of you. Sean and I want nothing to do with this family anymore. As for your husband, he found out about the way that you've been mistreating me all this time, and he's not happy about it.
Don't bring my husband into this. Don't mess with my family any more than you already have.
I don't need to do anything. Your husband and the rest of your family were at the wedding, and they know what Cheryl did to me. It's up to him what he wants to do now, and he knows everything.
Cara, I think you need to calm down. I think that we should sit down face to face and have a talk.
There isn't anything that I'd like to discuss with you. I don't want anything to do with you. You've failed as a mother, and you need to take some responsibility for what Cheryl did. And Cheryl needs to pay for what she did to me. Goodbye now. You said that I was an embarrassment to the family, but look how your real daughter turned out. After that, Helen found herself in a state of shock and embarrassment as the situation unfolded. With Cheryl's arrest and news of the wedding cancellation spreading rapidly, she became painfully aware of the magnitude of her obliviousness. Her lack of awareness had ultimately led to the ruination of her own life. The once close family and relatives severed ties with her entirely, leaving her isolated and adrift. Even her son Sean and I, for clear reasons, distanced themselves completely from her. Helen initially attempted to seek solace in the support of us, but we too shut her out, leaving her with nowhere to turn and no family to rely on. It was a grim realization that a life filled with despair lay ahead of her. Her husband also chose to divorce her, further adding to her desolation. The consequences were a direct result of her actions, a culmination of her own decisions. Reflecting on the situation, it becomes apparent that if only Helen had been more prudent in her choices, things might have turned out differently. However, regrets at this point are of little use, as the damage has already been irreversibly done. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.